The DCS Spitfire. Even though this aircraft has been available for the past couple of years, I've only recently got around to buying it on the DCS World store. In fact, at the year-end sale of 2019. And all I can say is that I'm so happy that I bought it. As many of you may well know, DCS World aircraft are renowned for being complex, difficult aircraft to learn. The Spitfire sits in between being easy and slightly difficult depending on how you approach it. If you compare it to something like the A-10C or the Hornet, then the Spitfire is miles much easier to learn. There's only a few controls, for example, that you have to flick and switch on to get the aircraft up and running, and once you're in flight, there's not really a great deal you have to do to maintain your aircraft and to keep it running well. Another area where DCS World aircraft excel is the sound, and here the Spitfire is no different. I'm gonna shut up yapping and let you listen to that marvellous roaring engine sound of the Spitfire and its banging and booming of its guns and cannons. So there's a quick overview of the Spitfire, on the ground at least. But when you get this beast up in the air, this is where it takes on a whole new dimension. Once you have the Spitfire trimmed properly and in level flight, this is where the magic happens. It just cuts through the sky like an angel. Absolute beautiful aircraft to fly. Now, I've been flight simming for coming on to 40 years now, and I've never experienced a virtual aircraft that cuts and floats and zooms and turns in the sky quite like the Spitfire does. And what makes the Spitfire even more special, it's that it's a one-to-one replication or replica of the real aircraft. If you pull your joystick or flight stick too suddenly, or too far, or too harshly, you're gonna rip the wings off this aircraft. It wants to kill you, there's no fly-by-wire system. But that makes it even more special. Just simple, gentle movements of your flight stick or halter stick, and you're just turning and soaring through the sky like nothing else you've experienced yet. If you're like me, and you love flying virtual aircraft for the feeling of flight, for the sensation of flight, for goodness sake, try the Spitfire if you haven't already. This is by far my most immersive, my most visceral, my most incredible feeling of flight I've had with a virtual aircraft to this date. Taking things one step further, if you have the capabilities of running VR, trying the Spitfire in virtual reality is an absolute must. It's simply the best way to fly this aircraft. But even without virtual reality, if you're using the hat switch or track IR or something similar, I promise you, you are going to get an incredible experience trying and flying the Spitfire. As I say, it's just simply a must aircraft to try if you haven't done so far. Another must-try experience or thing to do in the Spitfire is to try and land it. Remember, this is a one-to-one replica of the real aircraft, and the main wheel or undercarriage you want to land on is at the back of the aircraft on the tail. So you want to flare like you've never flared an aircraft before, and hope for goodness sake that you don't tip a wing when you land it, which is all too easy to do. I'm gonna shut up yapping again and let you watch this video where I land the aircraft in virtual reality. I've gotta say that's the easiest way to land it that I've found so far. Let's see how I do. So there you go, that's my review of the DCS World Spitfire. Like I said multiple times in this video, it's a must-try aircraft if you love your virtual aircraft or you love that feeling of flight. This gives it you in the bucket loads. Let me know your thoughts, don't forget to like this video if you did indeed like it, and subscribe for more great videos. I'll see you next time.